7:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 7:21 Number 10 rejects Stormzy's claim Theresa May has forgotten about Grenfell Tower victims. Jessica Elgot As. My colleague Ben Beaumont-Thomas reports. At the Brit Awards last night, the South London MC Stormzy accused Theresa May of forgetting about the Grenfell Tower victims. Theresa May, where's the money for Grenfell? He asked. This morning Downing Street hit back, insisting that the government was not holding back money from the Grenfell victims. The Prime Minister's spokesman told journalists, "The Prime Minister has been clear that what happened at Grenfell was an unimaginable tragedy which should never be allowed to happen again. She is determined the public inquiry will discover not just what went wrong but why the voices of the people of Grenfell had been ignored for so many years." In terms of support for people who were affected, £58.29 million has been committed. That's £28 million as announced at the budget for ongoing mental health and emotional support for people affected. £15 million has gone towards rehousing, £6 million has gone to survivors through the discretionary fund, £7.7 million for the Bellwin scheme for emergency services to compete them for the additional costs as a result of the disaster, and £2.2 million for local community projects. We are also supporting and monitoring the work of the Royal Borough of Kensington and Chelsea to ensure victims receive the system they need in years to come. The spokesman said these figures related to the amount of money committed, not the amount spent so far. He said May had already acknowledged that the initial official response to the tragedy was too slow, but he rejected the suggestion that the government was not taking the matter seriously. The spokesman also said there were no plans to contact Stormzy to discuss this with him directly. Stormzy at the Brit Awards last night. Photograph, Daniel Leal-Olivas, AFP, Getty Images. 7:06 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 7:07 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 7 o'clock. 6:57 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 6:57 6:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 6:56 48 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 6:48 6:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 6:46 35 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 6:35 6:31 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 6:31 6:29 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 6:29 David Jones, the former Brexit minister, goes next. Q. Is the government proposing any exemptions from EU law during the transition? Walker says the UK will no longer be covered by the Common Fisheries Policy. It is also proposing a joint committee that would allow the UK to raise any concerns it has about new EU legislation. Barrow says, on defence and security, the government has said it wants to be able to move forward to future arrangements during the transition, not after it is over. Q. So, with minor exceptions, there will be complete acceptance of EU law during the transition. Walker says that is what the Prime Minister set out in her Florence speech. Q. Will Parliament be advised if any new EU law is introduced during the transition? Yes, says Walker. The government would want Parliament to carry on playing a scrutiny role. Sir Bill Cash, the committee chair, says the scrutiny reserve, the power that allows Parliament to stop ministers agreeing to new EU measures until they have been considered by MPs and peers, will not apply after Brexit. Walker says that as a consequence of the UK leaving the EU. 6:23 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 6:23